Check. Hello. It's good to be back in Dayton.
Yay!
Thank you. I haven't been here in a while. My name is Paul Peter Hova, and I lived in Kenton, Ohio. And I was senior patrol leader. Troop 160. Order of the Air. And we used to camp in close to Finland. And we're here. We were friends with Dale Linke. Dale Linke was friends with my older brother Fernando, and he played at my grade school, St. Anthony's, when I was like in 5th grade. And I had a drum set, so Dale would come by, you know, and talk about music and stuff. But anyway, he played at my grade school when I was like in 6th grade. And my brother Fernando would hold the drumsticks for him because he was the drum roadie, and Dale would throw his sticks up in the air, and my brother would give him sticks, you know, if they fell on the ground and stuff. So, and Dale let me play the drums before the show. So I went to Indiana University in Bloomington. After we moved to Indiana, when I was, I broke my leg in Kenton, thank you, playing football. I was the kicker in 7th grade there in Kenton Wildcat Stadium, and I broke my leg. So I got into music, I think, you know. So we moved to Indiana, and I got to be friends with Dale, because he found out I played guitar and stuff. So in 1981, we did a recording of Rumble by Link Ray in Ada, Ohio, and I'm going to put it online, and I'll post it on our Facebook, Peter Hova Music, when I got that right. That's a B, that's an E, that's an E. So how's Ohio doing? You tell me.
It's good.
Is it on? All right. Now let me tell you, and I think I told some other people. So when we first moved to Ohio, the first night we were going to Kenton, we moved from Colorado. In the middle of the night, we go through Roundhead. I was like, Roundhead, yeah. It's like from Colorado, like, Roundhead, man. I know. So we went around Roundhead. Then we get on the one more highway. It's like, finally we're getting to Kenton. And then we get to Jumbo. Jumbo. It's like on the map, you know, we're reading the map. And there's the sign. And there's no town, nothing. Welcome to Ohio. And we're like, is there Kenton gonna be there? So, yeah, that was interesting. So, yeah, we had a lot of fun with Dale. And he kind of mentored us on, you know, what was cool in music and stuff like that. And he wrote to me. He almost became the drummers for the Zero Boys, which were a big punk band, and they still are. And I was like, should you go join the Zero Boys? I was like, yeah, I don't, you know, if I knew them and stuff. So Dale somehow knew people all around. He was networking before there was the internet and stuff like that. Very cool. So, this is a song called Yellow Lake Number 3. Because I had a friend from Akron, Ohio, and I remember when I was 10 years old, Dale Linke told me, never look a biker in the eye. So there was a lot of shows at Indian Lake and stuff. You know, he was trying to warn me when I was 10 years old. And so there I was in Austin, Texas. I came out of the Black Hat Lounge and I had a date that night. I just met her and asked her for a date. So I walk out and there's two banditos, the most fierce gang in Texas, right outside. And I looked at one of them accidentally. Right away, I remember what Dale said. And, I almost got my ass kicked, and it went on for like 10 minutes till I got out of there. But that was real. So remember that one.
How was the surfing in Kenton? Best ever. You guys kill it.
So we used to go to the pool because they had they would pick us up in a bus, and then they had the pool on the west side of town, and that was oh man, that was great. So that we spent every summer, and it was like CKLW over the radio from Detroit. So that was all, for like 5 years. Yeah, my whole grade school was like at the pool with like CKLW on the radio, and that was yeah. Man. Let me tell you what I'm working on. So I have 2 projects. I'm doing like, my rock and roll stuff, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it Dragstrip. And I used to call myself Frankie Merrill, but my name is Paul Peter Jova. And my great-grandfather's brother from Cuba came here in like early 1800s and started a brick factory on the Hudson River. And it was called the Jova Brothers Brick Factory, Jova, if you look it up. And they have a website. And that was my family. And like for instance, the New York Public Library is built with the Jova bricks, my family. So I'm representing my family, my name and my family. Paul Peter Jova. Peter, thank you. And I appreciate when people call me Frankie, no problem. So I have a new collection of songs about history of this area. So I went to high school in Marion, Indiana, after we moved from Ohio. And there's a river called the Mississippi, which I always like the name because it's like Mississippi. And there's the Battle of Mississippi, and that was the last battle before Indiana became a state. And they have a reenactment there. And I'm doing a whole history songs about the Battle of Fallen Timbers by Toledo and all the battles from the 1790s. So we're going to do a couple songs from that if you don't mind. This is called Mississippi.